The latest reports indicate that Yangtze Memory Technologies' first domestically produced chip production line will enter mass production in the second half of 2025. What does domestic production mean? Public information indicates that this production line will cover all production processes, including lithography and etching. All core equipment and raw materials will be sourced domestically in China, without reliance on any high-end foreign equipment or materials. The goal for this production line is to increase its monthly production capacity to 150,000 wafers by 2025, representing an 8% global market share, and to reach a 15% share of the global memory chip market by 2026. Some may ask, what is the nanometer scale of this production line? Yangtze Memory Technologies' most advanced flash memory process is currently at the 14 to 20 nanometer level. Its core technological innovation lies in architecture and layer stacking, not the miniaturization of traditional processes. What does this mean? This is a unique technology currently available in Chinese chips. It's not the traditional nanometer concept of chips, but rather a similar concept to the stacking mentioned earlier. Not long ago, an Intel director remarked that traditional chips are based on the concept of highly condensed space on a single plane, while the latest production technology is like building a building in 3 dimensions. This technology no longer relies on traditional advanced lithography machines, so China's 14 nanometers and 7 nanometers aren't just traditional 14 nanometers and 7 nanometers concepts. This is why, when Huawei launched its advanced chip in the second half of last year, international teardowns revealed a chip architecture never before seen. With Yangtze Memory Technologies' launch of this fully domestically produced production line, China can bet its advancements will surpass its existing 14 to 20 nanometer capabilities, potentially reaching the threshold of advanced chip performance. So, everyone knows that China has now created a completely new domestically produced production line using a completely new concept. Regardless of the nanometer scale, it is enough to shock the world, as it is establishing a new system independent of the US and the West. Going forward, China can utilize a completely new chip concept and develop along a new technological path, resulting in 2 technological paths for the global chip industry. Which path will be more advanced? This is a crucial point. It's widely recognized in the global chip industry that traditional chips have reached their physical limits. TSMC's current 2-nanometer production yield is already problematic, and the cost is extremely high. The upper limit of this technological path has effectively been capped. However, China's new concept of building buildings, stacked buildings, allows them to continuously increase their height, theoretically offering unlimited possibilities. Some people wonder, after the US and Western countries have reached their peak in building flats, won't they be able to use this technology to build tall buildings? Don't they have a first-mover advantage? They could certainly build tall buildings, but anyone involved in construction knows that building flats and building tall buildings are 2 completely different concepts, using completely different construction techniques. The structures, materials, and equipment involved all require new ones. In other words, they are completely different systems, and they can't be copied and pasted. So, if they also build tall buildings, on the one hand, all existing systems, equipment, and materials would have to be replaced, and the entire industrial chain would have to be completely rebuilt. So, would they easily abandon their existing advantages and revolutionize themselves? On the other hand, even if they also learned to build tall buildings, China, not them, would have the first mover advantage. Therefore, Yangtze Memory Technologies' fully domestically produced production line has shattered all myths about the US and Western chip industries, forging a new path. This is its most terrifying aspect. Everyone knows that once China overcomes technological bottlenecks, it will rapidly achieve large-scale production. With memory chip production now domestically produced, how far behind is processor chip production? It's likely on the way. This means that from now on, China will gradually take the lead. For the US, this not only poses a technological threat, but more importantly, it will begin to lose market share. Recently, amid rumors that sales of the H20 chip in China would be liberalized, the National Security Agency quickly warned against buying it and encouraged domestic substitution. According to analysis by the research firm Bernstein, the new export licensing requirements for advanced chips like NVIDIA's H20, implemented by the US government in April 2025, have already created a significant supply gap in China's AI accelerator market. The report estimates that before the ban, the current size of China's AI accelerator market in 2025 is expected to be $39.5 billion. The ban directly caused NVIDIA and AMD to lose about $18.3 billion in market share. Therefore, the United States will lose a huge market, which is another source of their panic. It seems that after 2025, the global chip market will become more and more exciting.